And hello, my good friends, how are you? It's been such a long time since I didn't make a cast on YouTube, but I think I'll find more times on more cool games to cast, so yeah, get ready to see 1,000 of new videos on my channel. Um, I have a very good replay today to show you, but first, uh, just to make like I don't know, like a briefing like on FAF. September month has been such a weird month, but very actually dynamic. Good things, bad things, super cool things. But actually, the fact that it's dynamic is a good point, and we can see like since few weeks the community is getting some energy back, and especially the competition on FAF is back, and that's very awesome. We saw yesterday a very big match, Voodoo against Mad Mozart for the WWPC. If you want or if you didn't see this match, it's on Patrick Pound's Twitch. Also, the next week will be probably huge because nearly all the top players signed for the WWPC, and actually the main reason is that they see this tournament as a training for the Universal Resurrection Cup, which is about probably to be the biggest tournament of the year. Could be even bigger than the Intergalactic Coliseum that we had in April and May, which was already a crazy tournament. So yeah, I suggest you to follow any news concerning this tournament. For now, we can see all players are trying to get back their level after quite a quiet summer. I'm part of that. I try to practice as I can. So I was practicing this morning with Zock, and I will cast one of those games that I think interesting. Still in the idea that we try to learn things to improve together. I hope my English won't be too bad, because some days it works, some days it absolutely doesn't work. The map is very interesting. The map, it's the Bermuda Locket, and as I told you, Zock against me, and as my goal is always to try to be in the head, in the mind of the player, I will try to be in my mind. That will probably be easier. So this map, classic map, underplayed, totally underplayed, but it's one of the most interesting 20 per 20 kilometers map in my opinion. Very well balanced, and I can tell you we will see that very well balanced between land, air and land. So let's see Ion against Ion. Good matchup. I think those times with the current metagame, Ion is a very good faction because it's very polyvalent. It's strong on small maps, big maps, navy maps. It's counterable. I think it's balanced actually, but yeah, it's a good faction. That's why we both picked that. Concerning the build order, well, it's not really a build order planned. It's like let's try that. Oh shit, it crashed economically. First NG goes directly to reclaim, and then one makes few more reclaim, but only reclaim. Second NG will build mexes, and mexes. And third NG will have to assist the ACU, because when you have some reclaim close to the start location, you have to increase your build capacity of the initial build order as fast as possible. So first NG, I think it's good, and then you can go to I think, yeah, it's 8p gen second air. Why? Because on this map my goal is to get an early transport, not transport first, but early transport. I will also use this excellent unit, the Scout. This is one of the most powerful and maybe imba unit in the early game. The Scout, it's extremely good because first it's hover, it has a good range, and it allows to get some visio very early on for nearly free. The unit is super cheap and it doesn't consume energy to activate the radar. Then, as you can see, or you will see, on most of those maps I do one scout, one interceptor and one transport. However, I will have the transport quite early, but for this reason I have to assist the factory to produce engines faster, because if I have the transport but I don't have the engineers to get transported, there's a lack of synchronization. I think it's a safe opening because as there's still an interceptor, you can protect the transport or you can react to a lot of opponents. And with 8 pigeons first and continuing to produce pigeons, look, it's interesting, you can then directly assist with an engineer to get quite a good capacity. Then what I'm not very happy is that I don't use all my mass, and I can't because otherwise I will be energy crashed. The scout, bomber, it's okay. You see, when you scout, you have to get your interceptor. The order is given. The order is given, so the bomber is controlled, and it should not hurt me. Transport is about to be finished, and that's it will be a disaster to waste some mass. So when it's like that, usually I start attack to mechs, even if it's a little early for that. For players who have difficulties on big maps, a good thing is to, in the beginning of the game, give as many orders as you can to your NGs, like 5 minutes of orders. Don't give only 3-4 mexes. Same, don't get only 4 pigeon planned, but as much as you can, because it's things that you won't have to look for later. And you can see you take all aside, one radar, and then always end by a reclaim order. That I didn't do that here. 5 NGs in the transport, not 6. I was afraid, like, to be locked by some amphibious aura or a really early navy rush. So yeah, I sent quite early NGs to the navy production. More Tech 1 factories to get more NGs to get the reclaim faster. You can see already 1400 mass used. Zocky is 2060, 1004, and you can see that explains a lot the difference of score. So for the early beginning, way better for Zock. ACU is coated, so he's moving ACU, and here I'm not paying attention enough, but that will be a very important kill. So sadly, transport is coming back, and I'm trying to get all the left expansion. Oh, that's a big mistake here. I have scout, bomber to try to intercept the drop, and now that transport came back, it can try to get the second expansion. Okay. So actually, without moving it, yeah, Zock wasn't ever paying attention. I had to pause the mechs, yeah, because I prefer give priority to get factories as fast as possible and be able to put pressure, than to get mechs that anyway I don't have the energy income for the moment to afford for this. So I'm trying to reclaim as much as I can. Looks like I definitely don't have air supremacy. Little anti-RPD to be sure. And then the idea is to grab the mechs on the map as fast as possible. I will say on those maps there are 2 strategies. Or you try to get the 2 expansions on the meantime, and you have a risk of transports coming here. Or you secure 1 expansion and then you try to get the second one, which means you're pretty sure to have at least 1. Whereas in the first strategy possibility, you could have maybe the 2 expansions or maybe 0. It's more risky choice. Well, I prefer the safe situation. but still it worth to try something. I'm not sure if it will be very cost effective. That's good. Okay, that's reclaiming from everywhere. I see some shots. I think yeah, many scouts from Zock as well. Both players want to use this unit. So visibility is the key in early game, because if you cross a transport, if you cross a bomber, you can select it, and that's really the important thing. Where is going this cute little transport? Here, yeah. So that's what I call the arms, like an arm of land. Those are very key points of the map, especially in the early game like that. There's a lot of mexes, a lot of reclaim, but then after maybe 12-13 minutes game, when Tech 2 Navy comes on the field, because it's pretty sure that both players will get some Tech 2 Navy, at this point it became nearly impossible to defend, but to get the control of those arms earlier is very important. So frigate rush. Okay. Frigate from Ion is very good against NGs because it one-shoots an engineer. Well, at least Ion engineer, because other NGs have more HPs. So yeah, first frigate will die. NGs are dropped. It's hard to have enough APM to do everything fast, but at least the important thing is to do everything. Going tech to air. As Ion, it's very viable strategy, I think, but I'll have first to get tech to PGN done. Okay, I had some energy issue. That's quite a mistake, but when you know that you have energy problem and that you didn't even started the tech to PGN, you know that the construction of the first tech to PGN will be hard, because this unit produces energy but costs also a lot of energy to be produced. So you can see total economy disaster. That hurts my eyes to see that. So for the moment, not a clear winner, not a clear loser, I think. Although Zock has an economy advantage, 3, 4, 5, 6 tech 2 mexes against 1. What a noob this solution. Yeah, that's quite a shame, but should be better when I will have tech 2 pigeon. Especially with Ion, I think there are very interesting timings, windows of attack, where you can hurt and be very aggressive with the opponent. Also, when I will have this tech 2 pigeon, actually everything will be unlocked. I will be able to spend my 2000 mass storage into max upgrades, because for now I'm very red. And look here, this is a mass difference. It's doubling. Not anymore, because now I have energy, but that shows perfectly the disaster that happen when you have energy problems. So, trying to push, but I looked that Zock will have nothing to defend there. Yeah, there are blazes already. Blazes. Tech 2 PD should be finished on time. Okay, so I have no chance to break through here. Also, I lost totally this expansion. One important thing on this map, you lost an expansion, you have to anticipate, you know that a total shit of units will come by this way. So you have to get something to answer, so a few PDs, and why not a higher tech unit. So I choose Blaze. I think it's a working choice. Okay, so now it's time to upgrade mexes quite everywhere, and also, okay, few swift twins, but I really need some gunships, because I'm still behind economically. So, like, if no one attacks, Zock will have a huge advantage. If I attack, I have a chance to come back economically. So that's me who has to be aggressive right now, and that's something you have to feel in your game. If you are ahead, no need to take a risk, just play defensively, wait your opponent to be aggressive. because he needs to be aggressive if he wants to come back in the game. That's a very important thing. Don't attack because you have an army. Attack if you have something to get, or if you are forced to take some risks. Yeah, more Mexis upgrade, at least somewhere here. On first gun ships, it's close. Hard to say who has the air supremacy. On here, it's closed as well. Sadly, I didn't finish this PD. One PD will be very good. On starting Tech 2 Navy, so you can see Tech 2 land, Tech 2 air, Tech 2 Navy. That's, I will say, a must do. On for that's a lot of Tech 2 factories. So yeah, that's the concept that I think deserves to be to receive a special focus. On those maps, of course, both players most of the time will have Tech 2 Navy, Tech 2 Air, Tech 2 Land. Actually, a lot of everything. So you could think, damn, there's absolutely no strategy in this game. Like, you just have to do everything, a lot of everything, and you win. That's the best strategy, and that's true. But where the strategy is, it's way deeper. You have to choose the proportions between those three aspects. So you can push slightly more on Navy, or slightly more on air, or slightly more on land. The choice has been made by Zock. He decides to push more on Tech 2 land. Actually, I'm not sure he has Tech 2 Navy, but this is a safe choice because it can allow him to push with a lot of land, and if he is under danger with Navy, he will be able to use Hoover with that. And it will always be the balance of those three variables that will make the strategic choices, and then you will realize, and the way you will use those will decide if you can win or not. Besides that, you have all the economical aspect, but this theory works for two players of the same level, so with the same eco growing. As I told you, I have to be aggressive. I'm behind in this game, so I tried. It's not really a timing attack, but I think I have air. So few gunships synchronized with a drop. The idea, if I stick to pigeons, I really try to kill those. This will be the best target I could find, but for the moment didn't see it. So Tech 2 Max is also a very good target. I will probably have one here. Interceptors are dying. Is it shooting? Yeah, okay. Oh no, it's shooting the floor. Yeah, and I should move those because it's all packed. If there are bombers, I could lose everything in one side. Flags are out. 2 Tech 2 Maxes. Time to retreat the gunships. And okay, that's a good drop. That's a good drop. I can see here there's some Tech 2 Navy. On the meantime, trying to micro the Navy because I see there's no destro. Zock decided to get a Tech 2 submarine. I'm not sure it's a good choice. One here, Tech 2 Navy. So now, as I told earlier, there is Tech 2 Navy for Zock. It was pretty sure. Interesting fact, he totally defended the arm. I was talking about the strategic point of those arms. He built static artillery. I'm not really fan of that because I will have more destros that he will have static RT, and yeah, actually I already played this game, so I know what's about to happen. But yeah, that's a very costly choice, and it's quite easy to deny it. Not now, but in 2 minutes it should not be a problem anymore. On the meantime, yes, this factory is dead. That was a huge investment. You saw half done destroyer plus the price of the factory plus Tech 3 Maxes. The attack was cost effective, good attack, Plus maybe here I will manage to grab one more Tech 2 Mex. I switched to Obsidians, hopefully, because Zock did too, and Blaze can't fight Obsidians. I think there is more tech level between all-around Blaze than between Blaze and Obsidian. It's very heavy Tech 2 Obsidian. Nearly finished Tech 3 Mex. That's a very important point. 15 minutes, 16 to have his first Tech 3 Mex. You can't always afford for that, but in my situation it was possible, and it gives a big eco advantage. And then few more Tech 2 pigeons. I have to pressure again. And there's a weak point, so yeah. Maybe Zock was a little too greedy on this point, so he upgraded ton of Tech 2 Mexes. And in the meantime I managed to fight back with my own Obsidians. So you can see Tech 2 has to be on the two fronts. And same for Zock, his Tech 2 on the two front as well. There's a lot of dead bots here. That's one more reason. And yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pushing here. I have to finish those. If killing 4 Tech 2 Mexes, huge point, huge point. So from this aggressive move, I'm more or less back in the game. However, here I have to pay attention. I'm giving him a lot of mass. That's not something you want to do, especially against Zock. And continuing the aggression. You can see I'm not too afraid. I don't think he has so many Swift Twins. I'm attacking this position. I will say that that's a mistake from me. There's nothing that can really hurt Zock. He has no Tech 2 factory and it's well defended. So actually it's not really... Yeah, that was a bad choice from me to attack here. Especially with all those blazes. However, the income is well reduced. So those Tech 1 Mexes. So yeah, what you have to notice first, there's action everywhere and it's hard to not do too big mistakes, but sometimes it happens. Or I'm afraid this poor cruiser will die. That's sad, but that's life, and that's not the last boat I'm about to build. Yeah, when I play Zock I try to give him a decent challenge, trying not to play too bad. For the moment it's it's looking okay. Going for a second Tech 3 Mex, not too fast because you don't want to crash your economy, especially when you see that. Yeah, for the moment there's no Tech 3 Mex for Zock, and I'm about to have my second one. So yeah, I have less Tech 2 Mexes or Tech 3 Mexes. However, big mistake I can see from here. There's still 4 Tech 2 Mexes in my base, and that's a big mistake. That's nearly unforgivable. Those are easy to defend and should be Tech 2 since a long time. Okay, maybe I will try to get this support factory, but Flak is here. And this is constant fight, but now I have 7 obsidians. That's a strong army. You see, splitting the gunships, trying to get some assaults on different places. I wanted those Tech 2 Mexes, but actually the order is not good. And it's reacted by Zock. So as I told you, but actually 18 minutes, so it lasted quite a long time, but now my navy force is way stronger than the difference point here. 160 energy income and a big energy waste. I'm totally overproducing energy. That's not a good choice. However, yeah, on probably that Satan's player will kill me for saying that, but I think as when you play Ion, you have to waste some energy because all the units have a shield. The Obsidians have a shield. The Harbinger that will probably come on the front later have a shield as well. So if you don't have energy, all your units have HPs divided by a certain number. That's a little drop, but oh, yeah, there are answers. There definitely are answers. And okay, take 3 land from Zock. So he continues on his heavy land assault. That's very scary. That's very scary. I have to react by pushing on navy. It means if he invests a lot in tech 3, it means that he should have at least have less navy than me, because he has more land. And yeah, my turn later, but I have to go take 3 land as well, because the push will come now or later, and I have to prepare for this. Also, my income starts to be okay to get both a lot of tech 2 navy and now tech 3 land. You can see, yeah, since the beginning I have 3 air factory on tech 2, still good. I don't really like to mix Swift Twins on Interceptor, full of one or full of the other, but not both. They don't have the same speed, it's harder to select the units. Yeah. Okay, micro mistake here, but the loss of this distro will probably make me react. Or not, actually. Okay. I should try to drop a little more. That will be a good thing. And yeah, NGs are on the front because there's a lot of mass here. And there's a lot of mass also, yeah, here. So when you fight, you have to remember where the fight occurs, happens. This is a very important thing, because after you will have to think about putting NGs on the good place. So, not really, there's not really a break in this game to get his mind. First RB will be dropped here. Yeah, sounds good. There's some tech 2 maxes to kill and one on here, but it will be out of range, so not a big risk. Then I will think about the late game, get the fusion cores in anticipation that I'd like in 5 minutes to beat tech 3 air, because tech 3 air will give me a big advantage. On the meantime, I have to continue to upgrade tech 3 maxes. I'm about to have the 4th one. I'm using my tech 2 ICU to get those. I don't know if it's good, but at least ICU does something. I could go RAS, but as I was tech 3 quite early, I prefer go fusion core and later go RAS once I'm tech 3. Here, yeah, I think my force is strong enough to resist. Yeah. That's not 22 minutes game, that's not a really scary drop. At least I will try to kill tech 2 max, but I will be very surprised if it does anything. This drop, however, is way more interesting. It will be harder for Zock to defend this one. And again, I continue to aggress. Look, this one, for example, you see, you send few gunships, it's not that expensive at this stage of the game, and you try to harass. Against Zock, it's not working very well. However, against slightly less good players, it's something that really pays off, to try to multitask and overplay your opponent. Here, mistake from Zock, two destroys out of position, so I will have to use this opportunity. Zock doesn't do mistakes quite often, so I need it. Tech 3 on second front, and I should start tech 3 quite soon, because I'm about to have my fusion core, and I start to have a quite good income. Zock pushing. You can see the new unit of the game. I don't really like it, but still, the tech 3 mobile anti-air. There's still only one distro. and this was a big fight. Look at all the reclaim. This is a decisive reclaim, and that could give me a big advantage. However, 6 tech-free factories. This is enormous. You want to see how cost the production of a tech-free factory 21 mass per second, which means 120 mass per second is used in Harbinger production. So that's a huge commitment, but in the meantime, for sure, I won't be able to defend that because I won't invest the same mass, and that's the problem. You can think what can be the best reaction that I could have to protect my expansion, because this is like the defense, but I have a lot of tech 2 maxes to lose if I'm broken through. So I think I should have made something like 10 tech 2 PDs here. It was the thing to do, to stop those, especially in such a narrow place like that. Tech 2 PDs and Tech 1 PDs was the choice. Actually, that's what Zock did here. So when it's like that, good thing is to do a manual focus, so it outranges the Tech 1 PDs, because Tech 1 PDs is cheap, but it can kill some Harbingers. Yeah, sadly I lose all of those. I have to use a part of my navy to defend. It's not the best unit to counter Harbinger, but it more or less works. On few Tech 2 PDs, on reinforcements coming from the other side. The bad point is that I'm taking some time to break through the little defenses, so for a minimum investment, oh wow, that's a lot of gunships. I think I have air. Yeah, I definitely have air. 40 Swift Winds. Actually, that's even too much. That's too much Swift Winds. On tech free air. Okay. Tech free air. One more tech free mechs. So yeah, you can see now I have an echo lead after a long work of grabbing little mechs by little mechs on tech 2 mechs. You can see, look at the drop. The Harbinger drop did a ton of damages. It was totally cost effective. It's him! Hey, hello, you're dead, but I still love you because you did a fantastic job. Okay. Come on. Yeah, next one will finish him, I hope. I'm not sure what I'm exactly doing here, but oof, that was a big mistake. And you can see Cruiser here. So I lost a ton of Swift Winds. Not very good. However, on Navy I'm pretty confident now. Tech free land can be resolved by those bombers, I think. Especially if there's too many tech free mobile on here. But I think you can focus them on maybe restorers. No, ASF, okay. And tech free Navy. So yeah, maybe I presented you Eye of the Storm already. It's a map where you have to deal with tech 2 land, tech free Navy, tech 2 air. It's the same situation but even more complex because it's tech free air, tech free land and tech free Navy. I'm pushing the Navy, maybe too late. I could do that 2 minutes ago. And now, yeah, I have to use the Strat bombers defensively. Yeah, I'm trying to get a tech-free factory here, but not sure it will work. But this is a good baby. Let's look. Are you ready to drop? Ooh. Thank you, man. There were nothing to hit here. Yeah. Is it tech-free Navy as well? Anyway, even if it's tech-free Navy, I have enough units now to... Oh! Oh, okay, I forgive you. This bomb was good. And yeah, you see, well, it's hard because a player like that is able to dodge like forever with Harbingers, so it's risky. But you can still switch to restorers or tech 2 gunships if there's too much dodge. So cancel of the tech-free Navy. That's good. On my own tech-free navy should be finished soon. Yeah, 66%. Resource. I nearly never build this unit. It's costing so much energy. But I have first ras now. Should start second one without losing any time. Okay, those mechs are under an upgrade, so it will be great if they are defended. Well, no need of the drop. You can see, as I said earlier, this was a very important place to reclaim, so it's giving big mass bonus. I'll try to be aggressive with the strat bombers. An interesting fact is Zock is resisting on this point, but the key point is taken. Like Navy, it starts to pay off now, because once my battleship will come, it will be sure that I will slowly but surely kill the base. On next unit you can see it's a missile ship, excellent to finish the bases. So at this point the game is won. The only thing I have to do is to not get my ICU snipe, but there's no tech-free land, tech-free air, sorry. So it's kinda safe. Tech to gun ships, I prefer those to restorers when you have air supremacy. And the battle ship going on here. Beautiful. On the GC in the background you can see starting to be built. He will help the boys. Still Swift Twins, yeah. But now that I have my own ASF, I made some scoot. You can see I didn't scoot it a lot in this game. It was kind of a mistake, but now I have good visual. When you drop, when you push and you are aggressive, you often see the opponent. Drop here. Drop here. Harbinger drop. I have tech to PDs. There's no storage. Okay, I'm making an emergency storage here. But for Harbingers, hopefully, oh yeah, they're dealing a lot of damages. Now I can overcharge, but okay, the Oblivions did the job. More Harbingers. My missile ship won't help a lot this time. It will more or less have more overcharge. That's important. Those NGs are doing nothing, and those NGs are doing nothing as well. Overcharge. But my ACU is totally surrounded. That's a big problem. Oh, shit. Now, that's actually the point. I wanted to have a look at this replay, and you will understand very soon why. Okay, so he killed the fusion, the tech to pigeon, which with the explosion killed my energy storage. So not possibility to overcharge anymore. Oh, that's awful. And now, okay, so what can I do except try to hide beside the rocks and wait for the Oblivion? But look at this damn little rock. Not helping at all, not helping. I'm trying to get PDs way too late. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, mama, I lost the game. That's the lesson, and that's why I wanted to show you this replay. First, this was an extremely good move from Zock. Like, it's what we could call the last chance strategy. Like, you have lost economically, there's no comeback possible at this point. You try one last strategy, and most of the time it won't work, but sometimes maybe one game per 20 it will work. However, remember, it can work only if your opponent does mistakes. What were my mistakes? I see 3 mistakes. That's a lot. It's not huge mistakes, but it's mistakes which costed me the game. First, and more important than everything else, when you have won the game on this kind of map, you put your ICU underwater, of course. Second, and I think that's unforgivable, when you produce, not anymore, but I was producing around 10k energy production per second. And I had no Omni sensor, not even a Tech 2 radar in the base. That's a huge mistake. If I had those, I had absolutely the time to realize. Because there was no stealth, and I have the ISF to stop those for a single one lance. On third one, I think my reaction was bad. First, at this time of the game, I should have a PGen, whatever happens. A storage to be able to recharge at any moment. But what I didn't like in my reaction is that normally I was able to build maybe 10 Tech 1 PDs with all those NGs and all those NGs to earn some time at least, and then get the time to get the air come back. It didn't. I lost the game, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this replay. I will try to train to fight to get back a good level, but as you can see, there's some sneaky opponents around, so I have to pay even more attention. So I hope you like this cast. I enjoyed playing this game, and I hope some explanations got useful for you. And see you for another cast. Bye bye.